Welcome back to WWE 2K15 2K Showcase CM Punk Raw 1000 in 2012 St. Louis. Let's go. And yes, it is Monday. I am back, finally, back to regular, thankfully, on this channel, on this show. So this show does indeed continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall part of history for the WWE. Make some of my own championship. Introducing first, the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 251 pounds, John Cena.
On June 6, 2005, in this very building in the city of St. Louis, John Cena was drafted to Monday Night Raw. It is a night that changed the direction of this program and the entire WWE forever.
Boy, you're right about that. John Cena has become maybe the most integral part of Monday Night Raw ever.
Yes, back when Raw was still worth watching every Monday for a while there, and then it's currently really not as such. But Mr. Money in the Bank John Cena, the Mr. Money in the Bank, is here to fight the champ, CM Punk, as part of his 434-day reign. So you know who's going to win in this particular matchup, as John just, is doing his whole spiel here. Milking it, John. You're milking it, but there it is. Money in the Bank is here, and you can't see him. Let's get to some CM Punk business as we discuss some CM Punk business on the show today. And yes, the best in the world making his way to the ring. The champ is here.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, CM Punk.
Earlier tonight, we asked the WWE Universe to join us in a poll on Twitter to see who you would like to see the Rock face at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk, Big Show, or John Cena?
Well, the results are in. And according to you, the WWE Universe, you want The Rock to face CM Punk at the Royal Rumble in January for the WWE Championship.
That is like the worst poll. Why would you put the Big Show in that poll? No one's voting for the Big Show. No one wants to see the Big Show and The Rock in 2012. I'm sorry, it's just not a thing. Like, clearly. Ridiculous. But that's kind of what they do. They kind of put up their polls and they kind of skew them in their own favor, and honestly, they kind of, fudge the numbers sometimes to make sure that things happen that they want to happen on their TV program, because that's kind of what they do in this company. But speaking of the other company, we did have the first match in 7 years for CM Punk. And that was very much echoing on purpose a classic match that was back in the day, I think 93 or 4, with Bret Hart and the 1-2-3 Kid. That match had spots from that match in the CM Punk and Darby Allin match, which is fantastic. Like, I think anybody who studies wrestling history knows you can use parts of history to do things in a modern context, and it will work. And then fans who've been fans for a long time go, oh, that was that thing. Cool. Like, it all ties together if you do it the right way. The problem is, a lot of guys don't do it the right way. So yes, CM Punk in the long pants, the long boys, as such, not in tights, not in his Ring of Honor shorts, doing that match with Darby, and of course winning, because he would win in that bit of business, but that's not surprising at all on how that turned out on that evening on All Out, which I've heard is the largest pay-per-view buys for a non-WWE pay-per-view since '99, which is a stellar type deal for them. Their biggest show ever at like 200 or 220K buys, which is crazy. And honestly, that's more than right before they went to Network. Like 2013, when they were still doing shows, they had to buy on pay-per-view. They were like 180K. So even outbeating them before they had the whole Network deal is a big deal for AEW. So congrats all around on that accomplishment. And yes, the thing with CM Punk now furthers, I do have a complaint though, right? And that is, they had Punk on the mic, doing his thing. He's great at it. And they had Taz, who's been on commentary, kind of start, all right, getting into it with Punk. And that's fine. but referencing a tweet Punk made back in like February that I'm sure, look, a lot of the audience for AEW does pay attention a lot more than, say, a WWE average fan would pay attention to. Like that, alright. And so certainly things that the average casual is not going to pick up on, the AEW fan who's watched all the stuff and is watching all their various programs is going to understand, right? But...
And looking for the AA. And now the official inadvertently knocked out of the ring. Attitude adjustment to Punk.
That's it.
out.
But wait. The referee was not completely out of the ring. He's out on the floor.
Well, Cena had Punk down for a 3 count there. Cena should win the championship.
And with
Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Cena, you gotta look out.
The Big Show. What a runner with Cena. Last week a spear.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna knock him out. Get out.
Cena almost cut in half with that spear and that.
Oh, and a KO punch. Cena's been knocked out by the Big Show.
Well, this victory's just been handed to CM Punk by the Big Show.
Yeah, but King, first he's got to get the official back in the ring.
Yeah.
The official was knocked out of the ring. There's no referee to count the 1, 2, 3 here.
we need
Punk
someone
doing what he can to get the official back in the ring.
to ring the bell. Count to 3. Back in the ring, John Cone. So yes, assuming that folks are gonna understand the reference that when answering a tweet back in like February, that the names of guys that CM Punk would have wanted to fight or had been enjoying in AEW included Darby and also included Will Hobbs, who's in Team Taz. So yes, there are some dots to connect there, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's not quite exactly fluid there. It didn't quite work in that whole particular bit of business, but hey, if it gives us a CM Punk and Will Hobbs match, sure, that's fine. Now, this is just defeat John Cena. So, I would like to pin John Cena, who's been hit with the Big Show's WMD, but now we get the comeback John Cena, and we need another go to sleep for John Boy. I mean, it's just kind of the end of the sentence there, and that can happen very, very shortly, John Cena, and I do mean, in the corner, and I do mean shortly. If I have the stamina to do it with, I will do it to you. Every single time. Can I beat you on a bulldog? No. Perform the GTS. Okay, look. I will do that for you, video game. As long as John Cena does not reverse it in some way, and he gets up and takes that knee to his face like a good little boy. Nope.
Elliot Punk and Cena sits from behind. He's going for the STF peg.
He's got it locked in.
He's got him in the STF. This could be it.
And
Could be. This isn't. Wait a minute.
Oh my God, the Big Show.
ding, 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 ding.
Big Show comes in and causes a disqualification.
Yeah, and it cost Cena the opportunity to cash in the contract.
Big Show just hammering away now. Oh, John Cena. How does a Punk do something to stop this?
He's a champ.
Big Show punishing Cena.
Punk just looking on. Oh no, not this. Look out.
Oh my God.
And then The Rock is here. The Rock is in the building. And he has to fight the Big Show.
And The Rock is laying the smackdown on the Big Show.
I'm sorry.
It's
You want
electric.
to see The Rock and the Big Show. And
Look at that
spine
spine buster.
on the pump.
Oh, the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment. And hey,
On the belt.
Watch out! Wait a minute! What is Punk doing? What did CM Punk just do?
CM Punk just dropped The Rock.
Get that rub, kid. Get that rub from
Don't
The
get
Rock.
this.
My goodness!
And now, CM
The
Punk,
great
oh no,
one.
he's got The Rock up.
Knee to face.
Oh, going to sleep to the Brahma Bull! What has Punk done?
He saw the poll. He knows he's fighting The Rock at the Rumble. Come on now. CM Punk attacks The Rock at the end of Raw 1000. He deserves respect as WWE Champion. Which, yes, respect is due for your reigning, defending, undisputed champion. Certainly. AJ Lee, who ended up as the Raw GM, puts Cena and CM Punk in a tag team against Big Show and Daniel Bryan after Bryan and Cena got involved in a match between CM Punk and Big Show earlier in the evening. This is a very poorly modeled AJ Lee. I will say that face looks weird, and the hair looks, yeah, not great, and just it's not great. But that, the CM Punk and John Cena versus Big Show and Bryan Danielson, will be tomorrow on the program. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. Tune in. I'll see you then. I'll see you next time. And I'm out.